across live to the function of the DRI Foundation Day where Finance Minister Arun Jaitley is speaking. Let's listen in.
Probably one of the most widely respected theories of our way of life has been your devotion to duty. Somehow, we've lived all these decades where violation of fiscal laws, either by evasion or by avoidance, did create a sense or a self-feeling of guilt. If payment of taxes could have been avoided, it was avoided. And the kind of immorality or lack of ethics which is otherwise relatable to a violation of a law has never attached and given a large number of us that sense of guilt which violation of fiscal laws could have given. And therefore, whether it is direct taxes or indirect taxes, it's almost a same attitude which we have. I remember recently when in the relation to the direct taxes, when the IDS scheme was on, I was invited in a full auditorium by the chartered accountants in Mumbai. And I told them that our budget this year, which was approximately about 20 lakh crores, was deficit because our collection from direct and indirect taxes was about ranging from 8 to 8.5 lakh crores each. And if we were going to total anything between 16 to 17 lakh crores, the rest was to be borrowed in order to meet our expenditure. And what we are going to borrow, we are going to leave the next generation in debt to that extent. And I said, as experienced tax persons who advise assessees, I don't want an answer from you, but make a mental note. If taxes were honestly paid, this deficit that we have between what we actually get as taxes and what we have to spend to run the country, would it have existed? And what would the real collections be? Instead of about 8.5 lakh crores of direct taxes, a similar amount of indirect taxes, where should we really be standing? And after wiping out the deficit, would we still have a reasonable corpus left in order to service the slums, the villages, the underprivileged, maybe give a little more money for India's defense and security? Because at the end of the day, for every tax which is avoided, or every rupee of tax which is avoided, we are weakening the national endeavor to eliminate poverty, to further enhance development, or to spend more money for the country's defense or security. Now, these are expenditures which we have to then cut down on. And we've tried various options. You have a large number of very professional investigative agencies, enforcement agencies, assessing authorities. We may also have some aberrations in them, therefore a continuous effort has to be made to rationalize the functioning of these authorities so as to eliminate discretions to the extent possible. We've tried various hard options in the past, which was excessive use of preventive detention. We've had penal laws, we've had laws imposing fiscal penalties. And currently we are undertaking altogether another expenditure Because globally the studies have shown that the cost of transacting in cash, both to the economy and to the political system, is very high. And since it's very high, one of the areas we are now attempting is, if paper currency can be replaced to the extent with a digital currency, and therefore we are also simultaneously amending various laws. After all, the indirect taxation law with the CBEC administers, one of the ideas behind the GST is itself going to be that a lot of transactions, every limb of the transactions must be captured